All right, the NFL draft is Thursday. The Jets have 12 picks. A big draft for John Idzik. And one of the big moves that John Idzik made in the second offseason as the GM of the Jets is to sign Eric Decker to a free agent contract. And Eric is nice enough to join us now. Eric, it's Michael and Don. How you doing?
Doing well, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Hey, a lot of people are saying that the Jets might pick a wide receiver in the first round. A lot of names that we've heard. Is that something that you'd like? Does it make you better when you've got another guy who's a threat?
I think so, yeah. I definitely agree that it's a lot easier as a wide receiver when you have multiple threats. And, I know that's a possibility for them, a need for them. And there's a lot of good receivers in this year's draft. So I'm always welcome to bringing a talent on and helping him as a veteran grow and just making and helping my game better.
What do you hear when people say, Eric Decker, he's a heck of a wide receiver, but he's not a number one?
It's funny. Obviously, that's been kind of the conversation for the last couple of months, and everyone has their opinion, and I really don't look at myself as a certain number. I don't slot myself that way. I just go to work and be as productive as I possibly can and be consistent. That's my goal, and at the end of my career, where I am as far as statistics or as far as on championship teams, that will define the player I am.
Obviously, you've been in the organization for a couple of months now since signing. What's the vibe you're getting?
It's been awesome. It's been absolutely amazing from my visit, meeting, coaching staff, GM John Idzik, the owner Woody Johnson, and now getting to know my teammates. I really have had a lot of fun, over the course of 2 months of fitting in. It's different because you're so used to a routine. I've had that 4 years in Denver, and now it's finding that same routine in New York, but everyone's been so welcoming, and it's been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it.
So as you go in and you're working with two quarterbacks that are going to be competing for the same piece of real estate in Smith and Vick. So as a wide receiver, do you just split time with them equally, have to do your homework on both quarterbacks, or do you think it'll work itself out as we get closer to the start of the season?
Those things work itself out. Everyone's competing for a job. My focus is learning a new playbook and getting, lined up at the right spot and doing the right thing and not thinking so much and just reacting. And, the same can be said in every position. And we're getting work together as far as both quarterbacks on both sides of the ball. And it'll just be fun to kind of see both guys grow and build those relationships. So when we go into training camp, we're all a lot more comfortable.
Talking with Eric Decker, wide receiver of the New York Jets. Eric, do you have a preference between the two quarterbacks?
Honestly, I don't. I think watching film from last year of the Jets, Geno Smith was a guy that I was impressed with of, his ability to bounce back at the end of the year and be consistent and have success. I was a rookie, and guys that are rookies know how hard it is to make that transition from college and to be in the biggest market and to handle really the pressure both inside and outside the organization. I think he did a great job, and just sitting down having conversations. He's been picking my brain about how does Peyton prepare, what makes him special, what did you do last year that you guys had success with that worked, and he's got that just that want-to attitude to get better, both physically and mentally as a quarterback.
I guess we lost on. Eric, I know that you're working with Ruffles right now. What are you doing with Ruffles?
Yes, I just partnered up with Ruffles this month, and they got this cool campaign called Rough Life. And it's basically, celebrating those ridiculous problems, arm problems that we all seem to face at some point, throughout the day or in our week. And we're trying to get fans to be interactive, get on Twitter, and tweet using the hashtag #RoughLife their own trivial problems for a chance to win, prizes that Ruffles is handing out.
What would be a rough life problem that you've had, Eric?
When I got here, in New Jersey for the first day of off-season programs. I packed my bag, had my toothbrush, got ready to take a shower, brush my teeth, go to bed, and I forgot my toothpaste. So you can't brush your teeth without toothpaste, and at that moment it's like, oh my God, this is terrible. And that's a small problem in the way of land in our lives.
Well, if you want to get involved with the Rough Life, you visit youtube.com/Ruffles. And if you tweet your own trivial problem using the hashtag Rough Life, you have a chance to win some awesome NFL-related prizes. Eric, we thank you for popping on.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, Eric.